G'day, Garry Fitzgerald from Sea Jay Boats here. I just wanted to run through the all-new 488 Avenger Sports that we've just bought out. This is a new one in the range. We had the 428, the 448, and g'day mate, how you going? The 468, and then we've just added the 488 to the range on the success of the rest of them. This one here, this is on our adrenaline hull. Some of the features on this is we've got a reverse chine, so that's kicking in about halfway down along the boat. We've got a reverse chine that runs through here, and what the reverse chine does, gives you a faster hull shot, better cornering, and better stability at rest as well. So, you know, kind of best of both worlds. Also get a little bit better fuel economy. Talking about fuel, these guys have a massive 90 litre fuel tank built in underfloor. So we're probably with the on the back on this one, we can put up to a 90 horsepower 4-stroke if we want, but on this one we've got a 70 Suzuki, and with that amount of fuel, and that's going to give us about well over 200 kilometres in range with a full tank. While we're here, I'm going to show you the you can see the reverse chine a lot better down here. So instead of continuing that hull up here, we've chopped it out. We've got the spray chine there, and that's trapping air underneath, and helps keep the jump up on the plane much quicker, and kind of keeps you there. And you're playing at a lower speed as well when you kind of back off. Tow points, tie down points there. So that's a feature on these. So we tend to go with a shorter strap these days, and just bridge across there, and that's better than throwing a strap over the top. It kind of bends your rails and marks your paint job if you've got paint. And everyone's heard those humming straps before. You know what they're like on the highway, drive you absolutely crazy. So I'm going to jump up inside. One of the things I absolutely love about CJs, and I got my first CJ myself about coming up to 20 years ago. One of the things I love was on the seating, all of these seat bases are all welded into the subframe of the boat, so that when you move it out, there's absolutely a dead flat floor. There's 5 different seat positions. There is a little plastic plug if you want to cap that up. Well, one of the great things is with that is if you want to put your ice box, your tackle box, they're not rocking and rolling on those kind of like those pedestal seat mounts that are kind of like an afterthought. The screws bust out, ruin the floor. So absolutely fantastic system in the CJs. We build our own bases in the factory, and I've never yet seen one of these puppies break. They're absolutely bulletproof. A fantastic system, and particularly good even for the big fellas. In the back of these, in all of the Avengers, they all come with a live well. So that's not a pump live well. That'll auto-fill, and when you're on the plane, and also when you're at rest, water will drain in and out of that. So what that does is kind of keeps that price down a little bit, but you don't need an extra bilge pump in the boat. And that's one of the most common things that you replace in a boat is bilge pumps, particularly in live wells. When they get a scale in there, they rust up, they clog up, and they fail you when you need them most. So this system here, really popular. It's all built in and fully sealed into the boat, and again, dead flat. No plastic aftermarket drop-in type bait tank arrangement. So that's a really good feature on the CJs. All the flooring in every single CJ that's just not a prefabbed, just cut at 90 degrees. Every single floor is handcrafted, and they're cut in at the exact same angle of the hull. Using the highest quality marine ply that you can get. They won't take a shortcut, just refuse to do it. And then when they cut all the edges, they're all sealed in a urethane finish, and that gives it absolute really tight finish around. Then they drop the carpet on. One of the worst things you ever want in a boat is for hooks and sinkers and stuff to fall down the edge. They sit in the bottom of the boat, start corroding it away. Won't happen with the CJ. Right, in the 488 Avenger Sports, we've got loads and loads of storage room in there. I've already got an anchor kit sitting there. You see, I haven't even opened it because I've got an electric anchor up the front there. Even the bottom of our storage area, that's carpeted as well. Underneath all the flooring in these, except for this massive 90 litre fuel tank, there's all closed cell foam underneath there, positive flotation for the whole boat. even more storage up here. So in that one I've got, for that electric motor, I've got battery there, isolator switch, and that's all secured down in a great position. Good for the balance of the boat, getting that second battery up the front. And up here, as standard, we've got bollard, anchor well, you know, if you want to do that. And all of the Avengers come with a plate that's already there to suit either a whatever brand of electric motor. We've got a Minn Kota on there right now, and we'll give that a run a little bit later on. Now if we come back to our console area, this is Avenger Sports. In CJ speak, a sports means it's a side console. So on this guy here I've mounted a Helix 7, which is adequate for this kind of boat. It's got side imaging, down imaging, normal sonar, and it's a chart plotter as well. Plenty of loads and loads of space on here if you want to go something bigger or go to a different brand, whatever works for you. A little glove box here. There's my remote for the Minn Kota, and our switch panel and drink holders there. So everything we kind of need. There's my gauges there from a Suzuki, and it's pretty workable and pretty comfortable office for the day, wouldn't you reckon? So if you want more information about the Avenger Sports 488 or any of the other CJ boats for that matter, you can go to our website www.cjboats.com.au, and on there you'll be able to find nearest dealer. We've got dealers all over Australia, so find your nearest dealer, give them a call, touch base, and make sure you become good mates with your local CJ dealer.